Man, the button's been.
Hey, we lost Joe. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Joe was just here. I don't know what happened. This is episode 674 of the Council on Future Conflict. Paris is burning, and the communist revolt. The Paris, this is what happens anytime a soccer team wins, right? They always just burn the city down. Oh, wait a second. No, it's only if you are a bunch of degenerate hooligans. It's almost like it's almost like this is what they wanted to do. It's so weird. It's so weird. Can I just say?
Oh, there we go.
There's Joe. I don't understand this. I just tried to open the locals page because I was gonna, promote the locals page and talk because I'm getting ready after the show. I'm going to post that new thing, and this is exactly what I get. Watcher, can you go to locals and tell me if this is doing the same thing for you? Oops, page not found.
Huh? Let me see.
Cool.
Yeah, not cool, but yes.
No, I've got it, but it
That's
wants
so
me
weird.
to. Oh, you know what though? It looks like locals is broken.
Oh, is it locals that's broken?
So here, let me show you what's showing up on my side. I've got this. And that's for ours. It should have our branding and stuff here, but instead it just has the very basics.
Well, my computer was already lagging, so I'm not about to
try that too.
I bet now it works, but this is the old version. I wonder if that's the thing, like their new version of is not working, or I don't know.
Maybe.
Joe, like I already said, you weren't here, but now you're here. Joe, how you doing, brother?
I am well and good. I am glad to be back, and who knows what was going on with my computer, but grateful.
Yeah. Is it your computer that's being all stodgy, or is it the internet connection? What's going on? Is it
No, it's the computer. My computer is it's the memory is almost completely full, and I've been trying to pull stuff off onto flash drives and stuff like that, and not doing it fast enough. It's that thing where they try to drive you into putting everything in the cloud so that you don't own any of your own data. But I won't do it. So my computer suddenly starts lagging. Weird.
Yeah, my recommendation on that, I do use some cloud stuff, but it's mostly for convenience more so than because I need storage. I always use hard drives, like a 3 terabyte hard drive is your best friend.
You know what, Joe? I probably next time I come up there as a service, I probably need to just set up a little NAS server for the foundation that you guys can just use to store all your files locally.
Yeah, you're basically your own little like RAID array. That's your own cloud, your own personal cloud. I think that's
Yeah,
probably
because I've got one just you can
Wow.
use.
No, but I do.
The Watcher probably has like 5 hanging around in his workshop somewhere. Yeah. Well, the price of RAM and storage, yeah, it has gone up quite a bit. But they keep telling us the RAM apocalypse is getting ready to happen with all this cheap Chinese RAM is going to flood the market.
Yeah, cheap Chinese RAM. That's a great idea. Load up
Thank you.
spyware.
That's literally what everybody.
What could go wrong?
You know what's funny is I expected gamers to fall for that too, to just be like, "Oh, but it's RAM," and every one of the responses from the gamers that I've seen has been like, "I ain't putting Chinese shit in my computer. Are you fucking kidding me?"
we learned our lessons a long time ago.
So I think the most interesting development here. It's bittersweet. I'm in Al's office, which is now my office, and it's kind of tough. You can't see it, but there's a U.S. Navy flag right there that I won't take down, even though it is U.S. Navy flag and it's driving me insane. But it's
we got to get it. We got to get a Marine Corps one to put next to it, right? Like, that's how you do that, I think.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I've got a full size Marine Corps one, but it doesn't exactly fit on this board. So. And I'm not going to cover up the American flag in the corner. So
fair.
But the good news is that this window is so high that if any animal appears in it, it's ridiculously tall, and you will all get to see me be eaten by it live. So a grizzly might make it up there, but I don't know.
Good point. Well, anyway, so good to know that the sun is still rising in Montana. Watcher, how you doing?
Doing good. I dwell on the biblical story of Lazarus, and I now realize, man, Lazarus must have woke up and been like, shit, I have a lot of stuff to get done now. I have a lot of catching up to do. Being wiped out really puts a hamper on the chore, and so we've got a bunch of stuff. And then I don't know about you guys. I know that me, who's been preaching to you guys about growing a garden, guess whose garden just flat out refuses to come up this year? All of it. Not even like one plant in particular. We have we planted probably 500 or 600 plants. We have like 6 that have come up. We have no idea what's going on. So, apart from that, doing really good.
I mean, you could only do so much. It's
right.
Hey Joe, by the way, the AAA tactical. Did you see those pants? All the different camo patterns.
I'm not supposed to be talking about this. This is a surprise for our people at the show.
He's posting about it on the freaking interwebs.
All right, so listen, we're going to make this a fundraiser. All right. So during Mountain Readiness, if enough people donate to the camp, I will wear the first pair of Rhodesian brushstroke shorts that were produced by AAA, which are already on their way here. Because he called me, he reached out to me when he first had this idea. And he goes, how cool would it be if my first marketing thing was tactical shorts so cool, even tactical wisdom will wear them? And I was like, bro, that's actually a beautiful tagline.
That's great.
We've been working on some Rhodesian brushstroke cargo shorts. Hunch asked that if, for bigger donations, will the inseam get shorter? No, the inseam is exactly the length that the inseam is.
That's on the calendar edition. It gets shorter every month.
Well,
you put it in the chat too. That's not true, Hunch. No matter how much you want it to be, and let's just be honest. Not to brag, but the inseam can only be so long.
It's like we have to keep it PG rated for the kids. We wouldn't want your anyway. I won't go there.
We don't want to reveal any secret assets. I mean,
that's exactly right. That's a need to know, and none of you need to know. Jim tells you, member for 18 months, says, good morning, Scott, Joe, and Watcher. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And hello to everybody in the CFC fan. Have an awesome week, everyone. Yeah, Jim tells you, member, been in the chat for a long time. Appreciate everything he does. He's got his own YouTube channel. Jim tells you, go sub over there, check him out. He is always live, he's live late at night, so it's like lunchtime for me. So I don't know how many times I've gotten on just to kind of look at YouTube at lunch, and I have found him on. So sometimes I pop in the chat there. So it's good to see members of the chat doing good things. Also, by the way, I want to just kind of here we go. American Dreamer gave one gifted conflict membership. Thank you, and that evidently somebody got that, so that was well appreciated. Thank you for donating that. And then let's see, American Dreamer again for $2 says, hello, Jim tells you. What is that? What is it? That is waving smiley face heart emoji. There we go. I don't want to, I'm not an emoji guy.
Because Hunch is coming to my house on Saturday, and he's like, make sure you walk out in some brushstroke UDT length shorts. Those of you who don't know, UDT length shorts are shorter than Rhodesian shorts. I'm a little worried, Hunch.
Yeah, those are like Ranger panties,
Yeah.
It's like it's if you pay the special fee, Joe will take you out back and show you the Ranger panties he has underneath.
Oh boy.
Right. Get behind you, devil. All right. Yeah, I my weekend was pretty good. A little on the slow side. I was not constantly on the interwebs. I did play too much Risk World Domination over the weekend.
Oh my God, you're still doing that? Remember when we had the Risk League? Yeah.
Well, so we played it like it was. Well, I started playing Risk when I was in Turkey, I think, right? But then I stopped it when I came back from Turkey because I didn't have any spare time. But I've kind of picked it up in my preparation for retirement. I've picked up Risk again. In fairness, it's because they've got a new mode that instead of all the games being an hour to an hour and a half long, they're now done in about 20 minutes, which makes it a lot easier to play. I've got 20 minutes. I don't always have an hour. So by the way, I did find some AI slop that's pretty funny that I thought we could give a spin because we haven't had anything.
Because Hunch likes him some legs, apparently. For the record, my legs are absolutely fantastic, just so you know. All right.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay, let's see. I'm just got to catch up here. All right, Watcher, if you could, I just drop a link in the chat.
Today's show, a young man from a galaxy far, far, far away has come to us because everyone in his life has told him a different story about who his father is. Please welcome Luke, everybody! Luke, welcome. You look tired.
Jerry, I came here straight from a swamp.
A swamp?
I'm supposed to be training right now. My instructor is a tiny green man named Yoda, and he's going to be furious. But Jerry, I'm just tired. I'm tired of being lied to. Everyone who's supposed to take care of me has told me a different story about my dad.
Tell us about it. Who raised you?
My Uncle Owen on a moisture farm.
A moisture farm?
It's a whole industry, Jerry.
And what did Uncle Owen tell you about your father?
He said my dad was a navigator on a spice freighter.
A spice freighter?
Yeah, a spice freighter. And every time I asked follow-up questions, he'd get real quiet and told me to go clean a droid. That's not normal grief behavior, Jerry. That's a man hiding something.
So who tells you different?
So Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru get killed by stormtroopers.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'm still processing it all.
It's getting better.
And right before that, I meet an old family friend, an old hermit named Ben Kenobi, who lives in a cave near our farm. And Ben tells me, get this, that my dad was a Jedi Knight. Not a navigator, a Jedi. And he was his best friend.
Quite an upgrade.
Right? And then he tells me my father was betrayed and murdered by another Jedi who turned evil, a guy named Darth Vader.
Well, Luke. Ah! It's a trap! Speaking of Darth Vader, give him a hand, everybody. Darth Vader, come on out!
I thought that was so good. I mean, like AI is just getting better. Let's be honest, and this is the correct usage of it. I think. Who knew needed a Star Wars Jerry Springer crossover?
It was the video you didn't know you wanted.
That's
and
you still don't need it now. That doesn't. Let's be honest. It was worth it for It's a Trap.
It was.
Joe, I remember going to a friend's birthday party after. Yeah, this would have been after Return of the Jedi. So this would have been like 83, 84, maybe something like that. And I remember like we had to do impersonations from Star Wars. That was like the birthday game. This is back when you had like games like you have to, do, before, like everybody was terminally plugged into screens. And so we were playing games in the backyard of this kid's birthday. And I remember one of the things that, like, I guess it was you had to do a quote and you had to dramatically act out like which character it is. So you got a character. And I remember getting Admiral Akbar as my character. And I still to this day remember doing my Admiral Akbar impersonation, like doing something like this, like saying, "It's a trap." It was so funny. We were better kids than kids are nowadays. Let's just be honest.
Right.
We got on our bikes and we returned at when the sun went down. So
at dark, yeah, when the streetlights came on. American Dreamer points out that was better acting than Mark Hamill can do, and that's true.
Right. Well, watcher, it's AI when like they do some sort of a group reaction, and the group always does exactly the same thing. Like, it's like that's how AI is just never. Well, I don't know. It'll probably get there eventually, but no matter how good it looks, still there's always a tell. I'm pretty sure that was the Sebastian Stan as Skywalker template. Well, Sebastian Stan's too old to be Luke Skywalker now. All right. Let's get into our first odds and ends for today. The theme of the show is illegals bad and communists are causing it. So this is a kind of going off of the Spanish betrayal of Europe story that we've been talking about for some time. If you think it's harsh way to say that the EU is being invaded by immigrants, take a look at this. It looks like a fucking scene from The Walking Dead. The zombies climbing the fence. I think buckshot, birdshot actually would probably be pretty effective here, Joe.
So would an electric fence.
Or maybe just rock salt.
Yeah, right. Rock salt would be good. Notice there are like 5 Gardaí there, right? What are they going to do? Or Garda, I guess they call them there. What are they going to do? They're each going to get one person in one hand, and the rest are going to keep on going, right?
Yeah, this is where you shoot them off the fence. It's a coordinated mass attempt by African immigrants to breach the border. So if you didn't know this, Spain has 2 autonomous regions in northern Africa, right across the what do you call it? The Straits of Gibraltar, on the Moroccan side of, and they're located in the North African coast for illegal migration. They serve as the entry points into the EU. Migrants are not allowed to stay indefinitely there in a process for onward movement, usually to mainland Spain. So all they have to do is get in, and then they basically just get a hand wave right on in into Spain.
So what's the point of the fence then? Right? I mean, all you're doing is creating more risk of injury for these people. Might as well just take the fence down if you're just going to let them all in. The purpose of the fence is to retain people for crossing it, sending them back.
I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to make sure they only get strong climbers.
Right, because that always works out well.
Yeah, well, Africans probably are great at climbing things, less great at, interacting with modernity, oddly enough. That's not what you call
building things higher than 2 stories. I mean, look at all the things that were built in Africa before the arrival of Europeans.
Let's see. This is the original post by the Polish account that posted this video. Spanish security service were placed to the highest state of alert after another coordinated mass attempt by African immigrants to forcibly cross the state border. This is on Saturday, May 30th in the area. We already talked about that part. In response to the pressure from large groups of migrants headed toward the barriers separating Spanish territory from Morocco, the Ministry of Interior mobilized and deployed significant police forces, 5 border guards, to the scene. An extraordinary security protocol was implemented aimed at controlling the situation and preventing the illegal entry of migrants into the territory of the... No, they didn't stop shit. And they don't want to, by the way. They want exactly what they're getting. We're going to be talking about this more in the Paris is Burning segment. And if you don't think this kind of thing isn't exactly what they asked for, it's, and, Joe, I think I've seen this before. Watcher, let me share my screen here for a second. I think, there was a scene where I saw this before. The zombies.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that's kind of like the causality of what we're going to be talking about relating to the later story of Paris is Burning. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, guys, this is more of a solution story. This is, I hesitated to post this, Joe, because I don't know that there's any new information here, but it sure is a kind of visceral response to the previous story. And so this is, like we've seen that old video of the Irish Republican Army guys sitting there with their guns and whatnot, talking about how they're going to go after. Now, this is an old image,
old iconic image, one of my favorites.
That's right. But this is the kind of response you're going to find in Ireland eventually. If it hasn't already started happening, it will be happening soon. And they will get guns by hook or by crook, and they will start a terror campaign against these migrants. And who caused it? It's being caused by the European Union leader and all these global do-gooders who think that that the third world had every right to be in these countries. So let me just read the post here. New Irish Republican Army has announced they'll be targeting immigrants that hurt or rape women and children. Looks like the Irish have had enough, and who would have ever thought we would have to protect ourselves this way? Governments have truly turned against the people, not only in Ireland but across the U.S. and the whole of Europe. Thoughts? And so, I want to kind of pose this to you guys, right? So where does this start and where does it end? If you're going to be a vigilante justice group, which is kind of what this purports to be, you say, oh, we're going to go after migrants that hurt women and children.
But then you repeat yourself. They're all the migrants hurt women and children in some way or another.
Right. So I want to kind of go up they're down the slippery slope of that, right? So you start with something that sounds reasonable. We're going to go after the migrants who hurt women and children, right? And then maybe you kill a couple of those types of people, right? But then it gets into exactly what you just said. Well, don't they all hurt women and children because they're taking food from you know what I mean? Like there is a slippery slope when you start this type of action and you start to go down, and then it's, well, we're going to target all the migrants because we want them all to leave.
Let me first of all point out that it sounds suspiciously to me like you're an FBI informant and you're attempting to gather information and get an incriminating statement. 2, this is all entirely in Minecraft and theoretical at best.
100%, right?
But what you do is you begin with the people where they get arrested, they get processed through the court system, and the judge issues some ridiculous release.
Exactly.
They're mentally ill or they don't understand our culture. Those are the ones you schwack to try and teach the others about your culture. And this is what happens to you. And then you do begin working your way up the chain.
Yeah.
Eventually you have to kill them all.
And this is the reason why I wanted to kind of keep this discussion about what happens in Ireland, because you see exactly what happens in Ireland with this problem, with what happened in Ireland with the last problem. So did the Irish in 1922 have a pretty valid reason to rise up? That's the old, what is it? What was their name?
Black and Tans.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm trying to remember the names of the guys from the post office. The big, Connell.
Yeah,
something like that. Anyway, it was like 2 brothers.
Oh,
and
you're talking about the Easter Rising?
Yeah, I don't have all the I'm an old man, so I don't remember everything, and I haven't read about it lately. But the whole point is they had some very valid reasons for what they did back in the day, right? I mean, they weren't quite communists. They were kind of proto-communists in a way, but it was more of a justice response than it was some sort of a revolutionary response. But it very quickly allowed, communist ideologues to kind of map onto that the troubles, right? And then it became ideological after that point. And they stopped going after just the people who they wanted to target specifically. And then they're like, well, any police officer, right? Or any soldier or any politician who is supporting this, right? And so this is one of those kind of things that you can learn from the history. And oh, by the way, that history will repeat itself. And I think that's what we're going to see here.
So let me finish the
go for it.
Is that these people come there and they openly state they intend to take control of your country and push you out and kill you. So it's not extreme to say at some point you're going to have to kill these people, because they're literally telling you they're going to kill you. You have to respond to that. If you don't, otherwise you're going to be dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Zimbabwe.
mean, 100%, right? And so, and then Phil Coggins actually does he mentions this right here. He says more of a "we hate the English," right? Because that's what it becomes, right? It stops being like these people who are in charge or oppressing us. It becomes like we hate all of these people, right? Because they shouldn't be here at all. They should go back to where they came from. And so, there are lessons to be learned if you have the desire to take some sort of direct action. Direct action has there are very big negatives to direct action. And so it's just one of these kind of things that, trying. Yeah. So, here's the thing. I'm not going to Fed post either, but here's the problem. You're absolutely right. This is when you look at this type of a response, right? Dehumanization is absolutely what happens. Well, right. You have a good point, but it's on the wrong end of the stick. Well, it's not about being on the wrong end of the stick. It's about recognizing what could potentially happen. And and here's the thing: if you choose to go down that path, you just have to know where that path takes you, right? And sometimes it gets dirty, and people who start, and communist revolutions are a great example. The people who start the revolution are never the people who finish the revolution, because the people who start the revolution aren't useful, like, about a third of the way through, right? So if you look at what happened with the Russian revolutionaries, with the exception of Lenin, who conveniently died right about when he was supposed to die, the rest of them all ended up against the wall. And that's what's going to happen here. Like, for instance, it's just one of those kind of things. Joe, you've said this a lot of times: beware when you stare into the abyss, that the abyss doesn't stare back back into you.
Yeah, that you become worse than what you claim to fight. Yeah.
So, and now I'm not saying that you shouldn't resist this, what's happening. It's just, you just have to understand where it takes you. And I don't know that I'm just curious to see where this IRA kind of, because they've already proven it's in their DNA to do exactly what they're going to do. It's kind of like the Germans
blowing up a grocery store.
Right. And it's like the Germans, Joe. The Germans have definitely have it in their DNA to target religious organizations that are easily discriminable against the rest of the population. I mean, where has that happened before in Germany? Right. And it wouldn't be. And if you look at where AFD is now, where could AFD be in 5 to 10 years? So it's not something like I am pro AFD at this point, but I'm not German, so ultimately it's not. I don't have a dog in that fight. But it's we have to go into this point of history with our eyes open. I would posit that there are Americans all training for this same possibility, and preparing and all that such. I wouldn't know anything about that, Joe. I am in South Korea.
I wouldn't know anything about it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Damn, Scott, I did not see that coming. Well, I mean, this is what you call plausible deniability once the subpoenas start going out.
Speaking of people who need plausible deniability, our next
topic. Yes.
Yeah. Well, is my mic working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of people who need plausible deniability, hey guys, isn't it weird how every single South American dictatorship seems to be falling apart now that USAID is no longer able to fund anything?
Crazy. Weird.
Weird.
Oh. Speaking of...
Some weird, wild stuff. All right, this is Edward T. Winslow, who's posting from Colombia. I don't know who this guy is, but he has like an official-looking kind of American flag behind him, so he's got to be trustworthy. Though I think his reporting here is right on the money. Colombia just elected a man who is now. By the way, this is only round one, I think, of the elections, right?
Yes.
I think there's going to be another round, basically, between him and the winner of the leftist side, right? Colombia just elected a man who said the only peace process he believes in is one imposed by the force of arms. Do you understand what that means? Yeah, it means that he ran on Bukele's platform, essentially.
That's why that guy's carrying that bulletproof panel right there.
Yeah, well, there is another video that I don't think it's in this clip, but of him standing behind like a Lexan or a bullet shield to deflect the bullet that's coming his way. Let's see. Abelardo de la Espriella, a political newcomer, zero elected office, a celebrity criminal lawyer, just won Colombia's first round with 43.7% of the vote. He was trailing in the polls. He outperformed every establishment right candidate. He did it anyway. His platform, 10 mega prisons in the jungle. Love that idea. Military offensive, U.S. back strikes on cartels, end all peace negotiation with armed groups. And his exact words: "Any bandit who resists will be eliminated as appropriate. If he submits, he will go to a mega prison to pay his debt to justice." That's not a campaign slogan. That's a governing doctrine. He modeled himself directly after Nayib Bukele. By the way, I believe this was written by AI, but I don't think it's wrong. By the way, let me just kind of point something out. When you see these posts, Watcher, can you show the post real quick? The actual post itself, it's kind of long.
Sure.
This is just such a great example of like he hasn't even tried. Okay, so like third paragraph, right, where it introduces him. You've got M dash, a political newcomer, criminal lawyer, M dash again. You see, can you highlight those M dashes there? This is how you know AI wrote this, because regular people do not put random M dashes in the middle of paragraphs. And then if you just delete the M dash, it won't make sense because there's not correct punctuation, because what it does, it truncates sentences and uses an M dash to put two run-on sentences together, two sentence fragments together. So anyway, that's how you can tell AI wrote this. But anyway, like I said, it's only wrong if it's wrong. And I read this already. It's pretty good. Let's see. This is he modeled himself after Nayib Bukele, the man who put 80,000 gang members in a single prison and dropped El Salvador's murder rate to zero. Outgoing President Gustavo Petro ran a total peace negotiations with the cartels and guerrillas. His policy produced more kidnappings, more extortion, more violence. The Colombian electorate just looked at 4 years of that and said, enough. The runoff is June 21st. His opponent, leftist Senator Ivan Cepeda, at 40%. Ecuador's President Noboa congratulated him within hours. The regional right is watching. The Colombian people didn't elect a politician. They elected a lawyer who spent 20 years watching cartels walk for free and decided to run for president himself to stop it. I like this last line, Joe. The jungle is watching. I think the people of South America, now that all this American left-wing money has disappeared, it's funny how people don't like what they're seeing in their countries.
A couple of things. In the history of Latin America, Nayib Bukele is an anomaly. And he was only successful because he threatened his elected legislature at gunpoint. So let's just remember that. Bukele's done some good things, but he did have to use violence on his own elected democratically legislature. Yeah. 2, if you look at a map, you will realize Colombia is not El Salvador. It's about 8 times the size, I think. Yep. And you've got a lot more rough terrain than you do in El Salvador. That is not held by the federal government. It is held by right-wing and left-wing militias. FARC's out there, ELN is out there, and there's a lot of interesting things out there. Venezuela was the big supporter of FARC, but who knows? The money things could be turned right back on. And we were supporters of ELN, and I don't know that we are still. But I guess what I'll say is Colombia is not El Salvador, so the same strategy may not work.
Yeah, by the way, there's that blue bulletproof panel you were talking about, Joe. The guy's holding up there, that black panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Most of the problem with the gang problem with El Salvador was highly urbanized, right? Whereas most of the problems in Colombia hides out in the jungles. So you're going to have to go into the jungles and actually root out these problems, and that is not the same problem set that you have. So 100% agree with Joe on this. It's not to say you couldn't do it. It's just going to be a whole lot harder. And you're going to have to figure out how to get all your Colombian soldiers back from the Middle East and Ukraine, because that's where half of them, I think, have taken contracts to fight. Good luck there. And they're not all going to come back to fight for the good guys in this one, as we've seen in Mexico. Anything else on this, guys? I mean, you just kind of. I think we had one more that had. Yeah. So this is the other guy. So this is the leftist. He is a communist in the mold of Gustavo Petro, Colombian senator and veteran life wing Ivan Cepeda is now too refusing to accept the first round results. He's accusing far left militias and financial conglomerates of manipulating the vote. The left is crashing out over the results.
When you say in the mold of Gustavo Petro, you mean in the mold of Maduro.
Well, I mean, it's a different country. It's a different problem set. But yes, exactly right. Yeah, he's basically a left-wing kleptocrat who will use criminal organizations to enrich himself and his family.
But you said South America already, so.
Exactly right. It's almost like Lula is a South American president as well.
Crazy.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, people in South America want good governance as much as anybody, and I think they deserve to get it. Corruption is really hard to fight when it's endemic to the entire society. And that's one of the things that comes with these poor countries. That's why El Salvador is such an outlier. Joe, do you think there's any chance South America? I mean, what is South America's best chance?
Boy, I'm going to say this, and no one's going to like it. Domination by other world powers or influence by other world powers. When there was a solid Soviet, NATO control of almost every nation in the world through funding and military advisories and things like that, we were a much more balanced place. Now that those gloves have come off and everyone's decided that neo-colonialism is a bad thing and we should take our hands off of every other country, the world has become increasingly more violent. And at least, even though we were always on the brink of war, nuclear war, the hands on the rudder kept things from getting out of hand, right? Having sane hands at the controls. We've removed that. And now we've got all kinds of guys with cultures that are around manliness and their power vying for control with each other.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that we need America to be the hegemony that we can be, because that takes responsibility on our part, but it also takes, neocolonialism, right, Joe? It works. That's the problem.
It works. It really does. Well, what enforced order upon the world in the 1700s and 1800s? Christian Europeans stopping people from being barbarians throughout the world.
Well, it's not to say that you couldn't do it. America can't be a colonial power the way England was, right? Because England had a very different kind of governing principle than what we have, and in order to be strong men in South America, we have to kind of go against our the constitutional nature that we have. The problem is these countries are not America. You can't treat these people like they're Americans.
Make the world England isn't going to work.
It's shocking.
Crazy.
Look how India turned out.
Look how that turned out. But listen, I want to take exception to something that Squishy said. The SBLs and the MBLs also need love too, brother. It's not just the big booty Latinas. All of them need some love. All right.
Hey guys, before we move on to the next segment, I found a meme about you. My wife, when I see camouflage uniforms in a movie.
Oh, right. Listen, a few of you have been here and seen the world's largest collection of camouflage clothing. I keep it locked up because there are envious people who would steal things from it.
Well, I just want to, to kind of go back a discussion or two. I did see that. what's his name again? It is. I don't want to say the wrong thing. AAA Tactical is also making Night Desert camo pants, and
I know.
and I,
Scott's
I'm not saying
this is going to be a double feature.
I'm not saying that I've begun having talks with him, but I did let him know exactly what my waist size was, and I just don't know if he can handle it.
Tell him I approved it. You'll be good. Tell him what would be best is if you had them in time for July and we could both be wearing a pair.
Speaking of July.
Anyway, check out my website. You'll learn all the classes we have going on around July. I did write an article last night about not letting normalcy bias creep up on you because everybody is doom scrolling. So check that out. But scroll down on that page a little bit, Washer, so we can take a look at what we have coming up in June and July. We've got community security ops right after the War Lizard tactical class on the 17th and 18th. We're going to roll into community security ops. We have all kinds of cool things going on. A protective services concepts class. If you ever wanted to learn how to be a protective services agent, we will give you 3 days of the most basic stuff. No vehicle stuff, no firearm stuff, just the basic concepts of it. And we'll get you going from there. The combatives class is something I mentioned in my article last night, and a lot of us have been talking about lately. You've got to have some unarmed self-defense skills or less than lethal skills. So in the combatives weekend, you learn unarmed self-defense, you learn ground fighting, stick fighting, knife fighting, and cold firearms combatives, including bayonet work. And it is a great class. And after 3 days, we give you a study guide that you can take home and practice. And if you've paid for combatives once, anytime that I hold it again, you can come back at no charge because I want you to get the reps in. I want you to practice those skills and have the ability to actually defend yourself. So take those courses, read the articles, buy my books, do all of the things. And I really have to stress Mountain Readiness, July 24th through the 26th. You need to come on out and hang out with us, get to know each other, see each other in real life. And I really think everyone should bring a little piece of tape so they can put their Twitter handle on it so we can all actually get to know each other. I know there are several Canadians who are traveling their way down to this event. I can see one of them in the chat right now, and I saw another one earlier. So
I'm not in charge of the event, right? But if I had my way, I would make people wear a name tape that had their publicly known handle. Like, we don't call them gamer tags here because we're not gaming. But for the Canadians, I think we should put a little maple leaf sticker as well on there, just so you know you're talking to a Canadian. Because you know, I no offense to my Canuck brothers, but you guys are special. We gotta. You can't just sneak up on us, and have it about.
What we'll do is it will be optional. There will be some there, and you can wear them if you want. I'm not going to make anybody do anything except enjoy themselves. I've worked out some good food from a local place that gave me this really cool knife. Oh, I took it out of here. It's in another room. Gave me a really cool knife for working out a deal with them. And on Saturday, one of the best treats is going to be on Saturday night for dinner. The chickens that Watcher and T are gonna show you how to process are going to get eaten. But also Yogi is going to make some sausages during a sausage baking class earlier in the day. And if you have never had a bratwurst of any type prepared by my maintenance guy, Yogi, you are missing some of the best things in life. And he's going to make a whole batch, and then we're going to cook them that night. So we're going to have a great time. Give you good stuff.
Yeah. Hunch Dirty Roofer for $1 over on Rumble says Canadians are required to wear red maple leaves on their chests. I think we should tattoo it on them, just so they can't remove it.
Archangel and Blue amplifies that and says if they're Canadian, there will be signs. Yeah, they'll say things like "a." That's you say "a" like every other word.
About time we went we went
They
down.
say things like dollar and a boot.
Oh, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Enough wool gathering about the Canadian invaders. You're all welcome, by the way, as long as you pay the fee.
I've used Wisdom 5 to save 5%.
Come on, Squishy. That's a little hard. I mean, I wasn't suggesting anything like this.
Well,
Talk about
what Hunch said
about
too.
going down the slippery slope.
Well, Hunch added to Squishy's idea. Put Hunches up there.
Oh, where's that's yeah. Hold on a second. Yes, this is a tattoo the number. That's right.
It might be a bit
no, but anybody from Quebec doesn't get a maple leaf; they get a red fleur de lis, instead. So we know that they're French Canadian.
Hold on, Bessie. Look, your head, your bald head is the perfect place to carry a brand. I don't know if you know that or not. Maybe you should get like a Tactical Wisdom logo tattooed in the back of your head. That'd be all right.
Dapper dances. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
French Anakin. I know, right? 6R. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You know, one
All
of them
right,
showed up with a Glock pistol with a Canadian flag on it, and we almost threw it over the fence. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, hey, what? I didn't even know that. I thought that was illegal to put a maple leaf on a Glock.
Right. Well, he used to be able to carry the guns back and forth, but then once he told them why he was coming to Camp Ponderosa, now they don't let him bring guns back and forth.
Oh my gosh, Hunch! I swear to you, you're trying to get us demonetized.
Oh boy.
He's like, so I'm coming to the event with a wig. Got it. All right. Let's move on to the obscene profit-taking segment of the show here, the brush breeder ad. In the midst of illegals burning Paris and continued anti-ICE protests turning violent in New Jersey, the pattern is clear. When chaos hits the streets, normal communications go down fast. Brush Breeder Store has you covered with serious radio gear and training. The AR-152 Pro, a rugged, high-performance handheld radio built like a tank with 10-watt tri-power output, massive 12,000 milliamp battery, built-in GPS with APRS tracking, expanded frequency coverage, including airband, multiple antennas for superior range when cell service dies. Back it with the RTO course, hands-on, no BS training that teaches you how to build real signals operating instructions, manage frequencies under pressure, and run secure group comms in a high-threat environment. Get the AR-152 Pro at brushbeater.store/product/AR-152-Pro or enroll at the RTO course at brushbeater.store/collection/training. Use code CFC10 for 5% off all radios, accessories, and courses. Orders over $150 shipped for free. Big thanks to Matt at Brush Breeder Store for powering the Council on Future Conflict as illegals burn Paris and anti-ICE protests continue to escalate here at home. Head to brushbeater.store, enter code CFC10, and build the connected security presence your community needs. Now, back to the show.
You know, I saw on there he had some Vigilante Engineering products. I did just confirm with Vigilante Engineering that once again he will be here. He's always a great dude, always a fun guy to talk to. And I'm going to have him get up and do some more HF radio shenanigans, teach you how to talk a few hundred miles pretty easily with an antenna you made from speaker wire. So
very cool.
Adam is good people, and he'll have all of his usual wares there. Last year, he had a limited edition case for your tiny essay that was only available at our event. So he may have something similar this year.
No, that's awesome. All right, let's move on to our segment number one, the main topic of the show. Paris is burning. So this is this is the fifth odds and end that we skipped somehow.
I didn't realize we put a fifth in there. Okay.
Yeah, well, it says. I guess it says 5 here. All right, Joe. Now I'm gonna give you a blast from the past here. Remember the European hospital in Khan Yunis last May? Israel struck a target there, and the world lost its mind. Palestinians decide any tunnel existed underneath. The UN and European governments rushed to condemn Israel for attacking a hospital. Outrage headlines, accusations of war crimes, the usual script. Then June came. IDF took the international media and into the very same location and showed them the tunnel full of Hamas command center right under the emergency room. Weapons, rooms, infrastructure, and yes, there's where they found a confirmed the body of Mohammed Sinwar, Hamas's top military commander and the brother of Yahya Sinwar. The strike that killed one of the architects of the October 7th was surgically precise and entirely justified. Under the Geneva Conventions in
Pause on that.
Yep, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Pause on that rifle.
Under the Geneva Conventions of 1949, hospitals and other medical facilities lose their protected status. This is what B and Joe have referenced like tons of times on this show. When used for military purposes, such as command centers, weapon storage, or troop movements, by deliberately turning the European hospital into a Hamas base, terrorists themselves stripped it of any legal protection. Not a single apology from the UN or European governments that rushed to condemn Israel. Not one admission they were wrong. They simply moved on to the next round of accusations. This is a pattern. Hamas hides in its terror infrastructure under civilian sites, uses hospitals as shields, and the international community reliably attacks the defender for responding, only to be proven wrong again. I think this is the kind of thing that needs to be very well.
I want to see a trace on the serial number of that rifle right there. Because that is an original M4 carbine. And I will bet you at some point it was on a base in Afghanistan.
Well, my only thoughts on that is that you see how it's got the old carry handle on top? That's more of the IDF style.
I don't know. We gave a bunch of those out to the Afghan National Police.
I mean, that may be true. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I would like to know the history of that rifle.
Yeah. Well, that's the great thing about serial numbers, right? Is like they can tell you. You and I can debate where it came from, but if they look at that, they will know exactly where it came from, and to the extent of when it was built, when it was transferred over to the Israelis, or the Afghans, or whoever it originally came from. And when
I don't think that's captured. An EOTech. I think that's an LCAN, and that's the way it's supposed to look. But
yeah, it's like an older one, right?
Yeah, an older LCAN, the big one. So,
it's like, I can't even.
Yeah, popcorn power. That's the point I was making. The U.S. left a bunch of equipment in Afghanistan. So.
Yeah, when it's funny how when we leave our shit someplace, it turns up somewhere else, and it's used to kill people that we think are our allies.
Right.
Crazy how that happens.
Crazy.
Just kind of going through the comments here.
All right. Well, now on to Paris is burning.
Hold on. PD, we do flood those tunnels, and the Israelis do flood those tunnels with seawater when they get a chance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so they've used both seawater and they use concrete. They started, and some of them they put concrete in before while the people were still inside of it.
Play those games, win those prizes.
Yeah. I mean, so, this is Paris, we all think of. This is the city of magic and light. This is what Paris used to look like. And now let's kind of go to the next one. And, there's a difference between. There was a massive victory. And this is what happens when you win. No, 1998 shows you what happens when Paris celebrates after French team wins. When you import the third world, and they have a reason to go out and protest. What you have is what happens on the bottom. How do these look different? I mean, it's almost like they're not the same people, Joe.
Weird. Almost like there's an entirely different culture who lives there now.
Yeah, and that they don't share European sensibilities. Wow. It's almost like we told them so. All right, let me no, there's just going to be a lot of video here. Rioting and looting after yesterday's Champions League finale didn't just take place in Paris, but at cities across France. This is a video from Orleans. So it's not just Paris. I mean, Joe, there's never a good reason. I mean, France is not a stranger to riots. I mean, if I told you there's a riot in France, you'd say, yeah, it's Tuesday,
It must be Tuesday, yeah.
But this is a little different, right?
Let me point out that jumping in front of trains is never a winning strategy, okay? But, yeah, France has always had a problem with riots, but they were never really this violent, right? They might fight in the streets a little and throw a few rocks, but this got pretty bad.
Yeah, this got really bad. There's a lot of video out there. So watch, I got a little summary here that I'm going to read from. Just kind of feel free to kind of take us through the videos. You've got, some of this is fun, good-natured kind of stuff, especially some of the stuff in daylight, but that didn't look very good-natured, like attacking that car as it drove by. Joe, if the Chicago Bulls win a championship or something like that, what would you expect? Good-natured, American-style, celebratory enthusiasm.
Not if Chicago won. No, I expect violence in the city to burn.
Well,
it's
but
Chicago.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to take something that's analogous, right? But even then, it's not like hurting people. It's more like over exuberant, right? Like they may turn a police car over or set a dumpster on fire or something along those lines. But that's not like destroying the city and like people getting injured and murdered, right? Like, so yet there was like one murdered and over 250 people severely injured and hospitalized over this. And this crowd especially took towards, there was a statue of Joan of Arc that was defaced. So symbols of French national pride were absolutely targeted. And there you saw, a woman being harassed. Let's see. So this is all following the Paris Saint-Germain victory over the UEFA Champions League final against Arsenal on May 30th. Let's see. What began as fan joy quickly escalated into clashes with police, fires, vandalism, some looting in Paris and roughly 15 other cities. Rioting and disorder concentrated in Paris. Specifically, so here's the thing. The areas they targeted are specifically like tourist areas. Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe. They tried to fucking burn the Arc de Triomphe down. Let's see, Champs de Mars, Eiffel Tower vicinity. So that the areas where if I'm a tourist, that's where I want to go, right? Smaller groups caused trouble elsewhere with violence recorded across dozens of municipalities. This included setting fires to cars, garbage, and self-service electric bikes, clashes with police, including fireworks or mortars thrown at officers. Those are bombs, by the way. When you throw a mortar shell at police, you're throwing a bomb, an incendiary bomb, essentially. Let's see, vandalism to shops, public property, attempts to block Paris's ring road, in at least one reported case, efforts to storm a police station, a lot of opportunistic theft and disorder. Let's see, looting and vandalism. Looting and shop vandalism occurred, but were described by officials. Yeah, so look at this. The symbology here is telling, right? And it's not just Africans, right? But most of these, I think, are probably you're going to find that they're Middle Eastern descent.
They're all immigrants of some sort.
Immigrants, exactly right. These are not like native Frenchmen coming to hang out with the unwashed masses in and around. So look here. This is we have Algerians, Tunisians, Moroccans, Senegalese, Marine. They're basically calling. We have managed to take over Paris even faster than the German army in 1930, in 1940. So, yeah, this next one's pretty. So these are women in a car. They're surrounded by men. They've already smashed into windshield. Watch this right here. Smash in the passenger side window. This is that same car. The people have fled. They're tearing apart the engine. Yeah, not a whole lot of light-skinned people there, Joe.
No. It looks very peaceful and celebratory. Like,
yeah.
gosh, I'm glad we won.
Just some hooligan exuberance.
Yes.
Casualties and arrests. One young man in his 20s died in a motorcycle crash on the Paris Ring Road exit after hitting concrete blocks. Rioters attempted to block the road. This was amidst unrest, but resulted in the accident rather than a direct violence. Injuries, 57 police and security forces injured. Broader reports cite around 219 total participants injured across France, with 8 serious. Additional injuries occurred from a traffic incident. Driver rammed a restaurant terrace. Oh, that's nice. And at least one reported knife attack linked to the robbery. Arrest. No, so here's the thing. If that's the report, like this is the next day, there's no fucking way there isn't like hundreds more that just haven't been reported, or
those are just
they
the
are
ones who actually walked into a hospital. A lot of the other ones won't go to a hospital due to their status.
Or the hospital says, oh no, this is unrelated. Like this is, or the police say, well, you can't prove that this was related to that violence. Right. French authorities reported roughly 780 people detained nationwide with some. Yeah. Did you see how many people were involved? 780, I think, is generous. With some reports citing up to 890, including a large share of the Paris area, hundreds in and around Paris, with subsets like 280 to 306 formally taken into custody, including dozens of minors. Charges including assault on officers, theft, vandalism, public disorder offenses. Official and political reactions. Interior Ministry described the situation as largely brought under control. Yes, tell the street that everything is largely under control. The irony is that a friend of my daughter's just arrived in Paris a couple days ago for tourist stuff, and I'm curious what his response to her will be when this is all said and done. Because I told her about this, and she was like, "Oh, I haven't heard about this." I was like, "Yeah, you haven't heard about it because you don't pay attention to the goddamn news." And so this is very generous in this one news story, Joe. It says here, this was not purely football hooliganism. No shit. It involved a mix of over-exuberant or organized supporter elements, youth from suburban areas, and opportunistic crime. Nowhere in this report does it say migrants or immigrants or foreigners or Muslims.
That's exclusively who it was.
Exactly.
Almost
right.
To a man. Right.
Almost to a man. Now, can you tell? Yeah. Okay, some French soccer hooligans, but like how many French soccer hooligans that are native French would burn their own fucking city down like this? They just wouldn't do that. The irony is that soccer hooligans, almost to a man, are nationalistic. Now they may get involved in some burning of some trash in the street or something like that, or popping flares. That's a typical kind of soccer hooligan thing. And
that's not exactly a football club flag that guy was holding up either.
Yeah, exactly right. You saw a lot of Palestinian, Moroccan, and other flags that are
just
not
communist
French.
Flags like that,
or just communist flags, right? Yeah. So anyway, I think it's important for us to become very aware of what's happening in Europe for these kinds of events, because this is exactly what's coming to America if we choose to go down the route that Europe has gone down. And it looks like we're trying to speed run that. Watcher, any thoughts?
Just that I've written the French off a long time ago, but yeah, one of the thoughts I have is that, like, I grew up being told that, like, European football hooligans are really dangerous. Oh, they're really dangerous people. I'm starting to realize that was probably all bullshit. If nothing else, because wouldn't those people still be around, and wouldn't they be kicking the shit out of people like this?
Yeah, well, so like this is pretty good what this guy wrote here. He says, we're watching Western civilization burn down in real time, live and in color, brought to us by weak-ass one-world bullshit. Europe killed the golden goose. It not now only a continent of museums, old art, and third-world savages run the street. Wow, Joe, where have I heard somebody say that Europe is basically just a giant museum at this point? It's almost like...
Yeah, isn't that funny?
4 years ago,
that's an old
program,
an old corollary of this show, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like, why do we even do it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I saw rioting, and I thought it was the same rioting. Nope, different rioting.
Right on going. Yeah.
That's the next one. So, like I said, it wasn't just in Paris. You showed the video already, but Toulouse, 700 kilometers from Paris. Yeah, invaders. So this is Tommy Robinson. He's always right on the money with his language. Yet invaders smashed the place up. They need to go back. We didn't build a first world to have the third world tear it down, remove them. I think eventually we will remove them. The problem is it's kind of like you can either do the easy way or the hard way, and I get a feeling that they're gonna demand that we do it the hard way.
Yeah, it's going to be the only option at some point.
And the hard way means a lot of bloodshed, and it's exactly what we talked about in that Irish Republican Army story. It is a slippery slope, and eventually people are going to get sick, and violence will occur, and the violence will be the beginning, not the end. And it's, at some point you can't even be upset at it.
No, that's part of my whole about this. Is it like, okay, well, if the French aren't willing to do something, why the fuck would I do anything about it? I don't live there, and I honestly don't like and or care about French people. So it's if you're not willing to help yourself and I don't care about you, then the only story here is me watching your thing burn and go,
You're not in for saving France a third time?
No, I've made that pretty explicit, by the way, and I hope everybody gets that. We need to disengage from Europe, and I don't care what they do to each other. In fact, I believe we did them a disservice by interrupting the intergenerational warfare that they had. They had some of the best war fighting that had ever existed, because they go to war with each other like literally every 2-3 years, and they've done that for as long as we have recorded history. And then we stepped in the middle of it and said, no, we're going to stop that. No, we shouldn't have done that.
Listen, the worst thing about France isn't the immigrants. It's the French.
Yeah, facts. No,
If Hieronymus Bosch was alive today, this is what he would have painted.
That's pretty good.
I guess I could make it bigger, so it's.
It's almost like there are some cultures in the world with no impulse control who are opportunistic raiders.
Gentlemen, this is a fictional, fantastical, in Minecraft kind of thing. If we fix the problem in America and then we get around to the point where the problem that has grown to be a threat to America from places like, say, France. I think that's the point at which you fix the problem in France, but you're not fixing it for the French, you're fixing it for yourself. And then when you do so, you go through the rubble, the wreckage or whatever, you repossess the cultural artifacts of Western civilization from the land that used to be France. And then you basically export that back to America, but you leave everything else. Let these people who are left over after you have expunged the problem create whatever fucking society they're going to create on their own and do it again. I think that's about it. But, you know, because America can't be the hegemony over Europe.
So I'm going to apply an Office Space quote to this. We stopped the immigrant crime in Europe. Oh, so you got the immigrants to comply with the law? Slow down there, Professor. I said we fixed the glitch.
We fixed the glitch. That's exactly right, Joe. Joe, I'll go back to last week. Hear me out.
Yeah. Got an idea, and it's just not that complicated.
That's exactly right. It's not that complicated. Just glaze it and start over. Yeah. Blaine says, Scott, we can't fix Canada. Amen, brother. We can't fix Canada. Well, I mean, we can't talk about that on the show, Blaine. Let's be honest.
Another day.
Blaine, Canada. Blaine. To Epcot Center. Yeah. We export all of the French French cultural artifacts back and put it up in France land in Epcot. Does that mean we could take the Eiffel Tower apart and then bring it back to America and reassemble it over here in America? That's I mean, you know.
It's a fine idea. We could put it right next to the London Bridge. I mean, we're collecting them all. Why not?
Why not?
So dumb. Why did we do that?
Maybe you could put it in Paris, Kentucky, or Paris, Michigan.
I mean, or Versailles, Kentucky. We have a Versailles, Kentucky. And we'll force everybody to say it Versailles instead of Versailles.
Yes, you got to say it the right way. Say it American.
That's right. Yeah, Blaine is not sure that there will be anything left. He says there won't be any cultural artifacts left. They will destroy it all. They will sure try. That is true. All right. Moving on. Boy, we're going to do this. Is going to be an early one today, gents. We've got another. I don't know. We may take a little while on some of it because there is a lot to chew through on this whole New Jersey thing. So this is after the. This is what there was a lot of. This was Saturday night, I guess. All right, so this is the area around the ice, Newark. So this was on May 31st. So yeah, it was May 30th that they basically forced out all those rioters. And so the area around ice, Newark is dead silent after New Jersey State Police forced the rioters out of the area. Tens of thousands of dollars in supplies are just abandoned outside the facility. It's genuinely mind-blowing how much money is poured into riot supplies. Yeah, no shit it is. And I wonder where it fucking comes from.
Neville Royce Hingham, largely. I mean, there's a lot of other sources.
Neville Royce Hingham.
PSL, the Soros organization is involved. I mean, you know, there's a lot of these umbrella organizations.
Did you notice all the earplugs for dealing with LRADs and flashbangs?
And the masks, these mask cartridges are expensive.
Yeah, I've got a PD-100. I got a PD-101, but yeah, the cartridges are not cheap.
Yeah, I think they said something like $90 a pop on those for those cartridges, and they just basically were handing them out. Yeah, like these masks right here.
Is that a bag of diapers over there?
Bounty. It looks like I don't know what's the masks. But you know, Joe, this is like
in case quantity.
Go ahead.
No, I just said they're buying those masks in case quantities.
Well, but the irony is that it's almost like this is like a rioter rioter package. You know what I mean? Like it's literally dropped off. You know, it's a pre kind of pose, like like a riot in a box kind of setup, right?
Yep.
All right. So I thought that was interesting, and you have to. So like, Code Blue is probably, or Act Blue is behind some of this. You've got a lot of these different communist organizations that are, involved here. So this just kind of shows you the deep logistics. All right. So earlier in the day, I think this is on the 30th. Yep. So this is the day prior. Millionaire communist influencer Hassan Piker and his large entourage quickly had to leave the protest area outside Delaney Hall after being shouted at those who accuse him of being an animal abuser and a fraud. So I love it when the communists turn on each other.
Feel a sense of accountability, and they change.
That's a political philosophy, right? That's what it says. I thought you knew what I was saying.
They getting him out of there. He just got to. Something just happened, bro. Something just happened. Be careful. I just seen a nigga bust his ass right there. Wait, what happened? What happened that quick? What happened?
He's a fucking fraud. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. People following him because he got money.
Yeah.
Look at him running. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Fuck Twitch. They get out of here with them view bots. You view botting pussy. The fuck out of here, you view bot bitch. The fuck out of here, nigga. Go back to your desktop, you dog abuser. You fucking dog abuser. You abuse dogs, huh?
You know what? We could have this just as a treat, just for
You
us.
fucking bitch. You abuse dogs, right? How about we abuse you? You fucking punk.
I
You
get the
abuse
feeling
dogs?
Asmongold's going to be
What?
responding to this today.
What's up? What's up? You abuse dogs too? What's up? You fucking dog abuser, get the fuck out of my shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck
Is that
Twitch.
is that like Hassan's crew?
Go suck Dan
What is
Clancy's
that?
dick.
Yeah, he had.
Punk, yeah, I ain't talking to you. Respect women, queen. I would never disrespect you, queen. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
This for my people right here. I don't even know this nigga. This is my people. Fuck you. Fuck Twitch. You dog abusing bitch. Yeah, you dog abuser. Yeah. You abuse dogs, right? You think that's sexy? You think that's sexy? You think don't touch me. You think abusing dogs is sexy? You think abusing dogs is sexy? You think abusing dogs is sexy, you weird ass bitch? What's up?
It's not just him.
Okay, so fuck him then. Fuck him then. Why you walking with him if he did it? Why you walking with him if he abused his dog? Why you walking with him if he abused his dog? So if you condone that, fuck you too.
I'm gonna put the camera in your face.
I can't wait to hear how Hamas Diddy Piker try and call this guy a right winger. It's gonna be.
Oh,
great.
I know. It's gonna be great.
Okay, come on. Come on. Yeah, we can run. Let's run. Let's run, baby. I like running. Let's run. Let's run. Let's run. Oh, I like your red hair. That's nice. Yo, you abuse dogs, you fucking weirdo. You abuse dogs, you weirdo. Fuck Twitch. Don't touch me.
I didn't touch shit.
Get shit. Yo, you smell like shit though. Back up. You do. Fuck Twitch and fuck you. Fuck Twitch and fuck you. You fucking view botter. Yo, you abuse your dog? That's crazy, bro. Yo, your dog got a shot collar?
What you angry about?
Your dog got a shot collar?
Get the fuck out of here.
What, you gonna hit me?
What are you angry No, I'm not gonna hit
Okay,
you.
so
Are you trying to take us
I'm in public
What the hell?
though.
Wait, can you tell me about
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, you've been recording
He's a
for
dog
the past
abuser.
hour. You got your
He's a
views,
dog
you got
abuser.
your-
He's a dog abuser.
I love it.
Why
when
you condoning a dog
people do
abuser?
their same thing against them. I just love it. Yeah,
I
he
could
actually
watch
may
that
be
on
a troll
repeat.
because Derna says he may actually be a troll because he's not used to the smell. Yeah, I like it too. I like it. Yeah,
I could watch that on repeat all day. Get him. Yeah, here's the thing. Hassan's gonna learn pretty quickly the thing that most leftists learn eventually, which is the movement only likes you when you're useful to the movement. The second you discredit the movement or make it hard for the movement in any way, shape, or form, they will throw you overboard faster than yesterday's garbage.
Well, the funny thing is the black guy early on that said that he's a dog abuser and all that kind of stuff. He's a Black Panther Party guy, and so they got a different. There's a different view of him, like totally harassing Cam Higbee, right? And so these aren't like right wing trolls,
No,
like
they're
that
leftists.
are going. These are all leftists, and they will absolutely fucking tear into each other, especially when they have when they see. The hypocrisy that a guy like Hassan does. I mean, he's just a fucking, he's a millionaire and he wears fucking expensive clothes, right? Like, I have you seen all the things where they take a picture of Hassan, like when he's on one of his trips or whatever, and they show exactly how much all his shit costs, like his sunglasses and his shirt. He's like, he's wearing $1,000 worth of clothes. Like, I don't even know if I have $1,000 worth of clothes.
Facts.
I mean, a $35 t-shirt is pretty expensive for me.
I was just gonna say, if you don't count work uniforms, you probably don't.
I mean, like my wife gets upset that my t-shirts are wearing out and shit like that. She's like,
you don't let those go, man. Those are.
Well, it's like that's why my wife has figured out that if she sees a San Diego Padre t-shirt at the New Balance store, she can just buy that for me and I'll wear it.
That's how she's trying to wear through.
Yeah,
you gotta let her know.
trying to
T-shirts
rotate
are like
old.
wine, though, right? Like it's got to be aged appropriately to be any good.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right. Let's see. Let's go on to the next one here. Yeah. So this is Joe. I don't know if you're there or not. If
he's briefly distracted.
All right. So. Joe actually brought awareness of this to me. 5 out of 6 arrests last night were people from outside New Jersey. It's almost like there was a podcast on Friday of some sort that talked exactly about this. Now, granted, this is not like the most shocking news of all time that we just completely pulled out of our Djibouti, right? But this is like it's just we have to acknowledge this stuff, and it's great that the Department of Homeland Security is actually calling them out on this. Before we play it, hold on a second. Lance Corporal veteran for $5. No one hates the leftist more than another leftist with conflict-based ideology. If they're in a room without an enemy, they'll fight each other. Yeah, 100%, right? Joe, we were just talking about this. You brought this video to my attention. I thought it was great. It's almost like, I don't know if you heard what I was saying. It's almost like a podcast on Friday talked about this.
No, I was having a meeting and I just popped back in here.
Oh.
So, sorry.
So, well, we were talking about this Department of Homeland Security video.
People from outside the state have been interfering in the protests and escalating them. 5 of the 6 people arrested last night by state police were from outside New Jersey.
Pause. And this is the night prior. So this would have been on like the 29th or the 30th before the big arrest that happened last night.
Literally the day we mentioned that 90% of these people. Yeah.
National extremist groups have become involved in the protest here today. To the people coming from out of state to create chaos and dangerous situations, you should not be here.
Look at this is Mickey Sherrill, Democrat, New Jersey governor. This is not Republican right-wing MAGA governor. I mean, so when she says this, it's bad when she does this. Blaine, if fairness, if I were forced to live in New Jersey, I'd be writing too. That's because you'd be forced to, and you'd be in prison. Prison riots don't count, Blaine. Come on. All right, go ahead and play.
That's it. That's the clip.
Oh, that was the end. Okay. Born in Virginia, governor of New Jersey. I know Spanberg, born in New Jersey, governor of Virginia. Yeah.
Well, the CIA does send their assignments just all over the place.
Right. Exactly right. Yeah. Did we ever get verification that Spanberg left the CIA? Because I feel like she is acting as an agent.
Does anyone ever really leave the CIA?
That's kind of the point there. Yeah, I knew you would get that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next. So this gets into kind of like. Hold on a second. There is an earlier video that I guess I missed it. Let me. Holy shit. There was a video. I don't. Did I lose it? It basically showed the New Jersey State Police showing up, and whoa, Lost Core 23 gifted 5 subs over on Rumble. That shouldn't have. Those will get gifted up really quick because there's all kinds of people with no. Yep, and there they all go. So all 5 of those are immediately.
By the way, Jason points out the fact that governor was there on the side of the protesters just a couple of nights before. So she can say what she wants. She was out there raising her fist with them.
All right, let me see. Watcher, I think it's just easier for me to drop this in the private chat here. So this is the state police showing up on scene at the protest. I guess this is the night period of darkness 30 to 31.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Close it up! Hey! Get over here and close it up! Hey! Right over here! Get back! Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! Hey! Get those ranks closed up! Get those ranks closed up! Move in. Close it up. Close it up.
Yep.
Close it up. Close it up.
Whoops. What happened?
Uh-oh. Who got kettled? Did they just get kettled up there?
They did.
All right. You can go. So let's see. Sprinting left his pummel outside. Let's go to the next one.
What we'll do is, we'll 1 through 5, we're going to board, and we'll do 3, 4, 6. Everybody understood?
I think this is after the arrest.
Yeah,
this is them leaving.
Patty wagons.
Said here the vast majority of the rioters ran away once they saw state and local cops making arrests.
It was just, they were taking them a shot line, do you want to get groups, and then so and then I got on the plane, and they're like, wait, you were fine.
Notice that the horses all have eye protection to protect them from tear gas.
And thrown things and things like that, right? It's basically just PPE for horses, right?
Yep.
So I'm trying to remember the order of stuff here. All right, so let's go ahead into the So they made it. The police announced a curfew. This is the yeah. I think this is the one where they announced this. Yeah, an hour after the curfew in New York, New Jersey, at ICE detention center, a dude thought he was going to try and mog the police and got yeeted right out of there. This is really funny. Go back and play the audio.
I want to read something I said earlier. They got me boxing. I came down here to Newark to see my brothers in Essex County Jail. They got me boxing. Protesting for ICE. You can turn this on. They can turn violent. Whatever.
Nope. Got him.
Snatch.
Got him. He even wore his own gray Nike tracksuit. How did they protect the horse's nostrils? So I wanted to show. There was actually some video. I don't know if that I have it. What the hell is going on here? I don't know that I have it. Let me see if I can find the. They were actually like trying to attack the horses. Let me see if I can find that video. And I'll send it to you, watcher.
Standing by.
I'm not seeing it. Hold on a second. We'll just go ahead and play the next video.
All right.
Ooh, well, I mean, that.
What's a Venezuela flag?
Yeah, so I mean, there's clearly some pretty strong anti-American stuff going on here with this. And Joe, you were talking about the PP for the horses. The next video that I just dropped in the private chat watcher kind of shows why they need to have this here. This is all right. Go to the one I just dropped you. It's another Nick Sorter video.
Hold on, we have to pause to acknowledge the best name in the YouTube chat, Sarkush Train Fighter Jeterson. Very good. Well done.
Nice.
Have you been pressing S for star? Now look at him trying to like
trying to agitate the horse.
Yeah. I hope they get these guys.
I would arrest them for cutting the construction barrel in half and turning it into shields.
Yeah, unless you can prove that you
destruction of property.
Yeah, unless you can prove that you purchased that with receipts.
Well, since there's a few of them on the side of the road still in use, I'd say they stole it.
Yeah, right, 100%. And see, I think that's almost like assault, right?
It is.
These count as police. If you do something like that towards the horse, then that would be some sort of subversion of assault.
They do it with dogs. I mean, they would do the same thing. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, if you shot one of these horses, it'd be murder.
Yeah. Look at how cool I am. I kicked a tear gas can away. That's not even tear gas. It's just smoke. Any moving of those barriers like that counts as larceny, right? We learned this from the January 6th thing. Moving the lectern 25 feet was considered larceny of government property, right?
Larceny of government property. That's right. We need elephants for police to ride like it's a safari. Now, the problem is then you get too many Indians involved in the police force if you introduced elephants.
Yeah, that's true.
50 years in prison for anyone hitting a horse. You'd have to be a special kind of stupid to bring that on you. Joe, yeah, I'm sorry, but this is yeah. Push pause real quick. I wanna share this. This is a response. I think it's worth considering here. I'm sorry.
Karen Cast goes right. They need Frisian horses to charge. Yes, the old Viking war horse is the way to go.
I just shared one in the private chat watcher. Joe, this is kind of funny. We were talking about water cannons the other day. Evidently, Japan sprays looters and rioters with indelible blue dye so they could be identified and arrested later. I mean, not the worst idea I've ever heard, especially if you were to cut it with like 10 parts CS gas, like dissolved in the blue dye water mix.
I say CN. Let's just give them the full dose.
The full dose, yeah. Oh man, that stuff would just burns. If you don't know, when you get that shit on your skin, it just fucking burns.
So, like, police in America use CS gas. The military police in America use CN gas, which is way worse. You don't like it.
Yeah. All right, back to the video you were just showing, Watcher. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, so they've kettled a bunch of these guys. These are the sheriff buses that are basically the paddy wagons. And so basically you've got a group of protesters caught between two lines of cops and a bunch of concrete barriers. And you notice all the guys with cameras standing against that concrete wall. That's because they're the media guys. They're just like, hey, listen, we're just, we're not trying to get
media, we're real.
We're actually trying to not get arrested here. All right.
Okay, so we've been here at 0.5 miles, and here cops are arriving from the back to chase.
So hold on a second. Push pause. So this is a tweet from the other side, right? So this is wild moment, absolutely brutally complete, unprovoked from state police. We were completely surrounded by the cops, and there's no exit. That's what the guy posted this video.
You were told to leave like hours before that. So.
Hours before, right?
Cops are arriving here from behind. Protesters were standing right here at the line, and now they're chasing them out. They're chasing them toward. Oh my God! Look at that! Oh my God! Press!
As they get up from the ground.
Yeah.
Press! I'm pressed! Where do you want me to go, officer? You just got chased this way! We just got chased this way! Where do you want us to go? Where do you want us to go, officer?
Jail. That's where we want you to go.
He just chased us this way! You just told us to go this way!
Hey, watch your back. Coming through this way.
Let's go. Open it up. Let him in. I'm pressed.
Yeah, don't fucking matter.
I'm pressed.
You're all press. Everybody's pressed, right?
Yeah, all they do is they hold the phone up and say, I'm pressed.
Just push me.
Don't say press.
They're incredibly violent right now.
Hold on. We have reached new levels of idiocy. I have seen vertical video played horizontal. I have seen video that should have been horizontal captured vertically. But here we have horizontal video upside down.
This is called the Lionel Richie effect, and because everyone is dancing on the ceiling.
Exactly.
I like how the one state policeman decided to hold his upside down just so the guy could read it properly.
Yeah, it's right. That was upside down. State police. That's very considerate. I love it. I love it.
Well, the guy's trying to convey that this world was turned upside down.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's see here. Now, so this is if this is what I think it is. Oh yeah, this is that. The next one is that guy that gets yeeted. It's just the short version though. I think that's great. And then is this them pushing all the bad guys on the? Yeah, this is them collecting the evidence. I mean, Joe, you know, if you're in a riot, I mean, they could basically just seize all of your riot equipment there at the scene, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're wearing a helmet and
you showed up wearing a mask, that goes to criminal intent. You're not getting that back until the court case is completely resolved, and then you're probably not getting it back then either.
Yeah, because they can, like, things that are evidence become disposable, can't they? Especially if there's a conviction.
If they could say, hey, look, you had this helmet solely for the purpose of a riot, we're going to destroy it now.
I'll be honest with you.
A lot of these guys believe screaming press or legal observer means something. Those are not real things in a riot. Doesn't matter. Unless you're a member of like ABC or CBS and have some documentation to prove it, you are not press.
You know, well, there is a way to do it. Like if you're an individual acting as press, let's say you're a one-man operation, right? The way to do it is to like contact the PIO at these police organizations.
Exactly.
Say, listen, I want to get credentialed. I want to make sure I'm there to do it, and I want to do it lawfully. Blah blah blah. I mean, you know, like some of these guys, like Nick Suter actually has been embedded with some of these ICE operations, and they're literally on the same side as the police.
But a lot of them don't go to that effort because they don't want to.
No, a lot of them don't. Yeah, BG on the scene's a great example of good coverage, but they're risking themselves when they do it. Now, let's be honest. A lot of these people who have legitimate press, presences, they get arrested, they get taken in, they get questioned, they're able to show that they are actual media, and then a lot of times they'll just release, they'll kind of filter those guys out. I know Tim Pool had a bunch of stories about how, 15 years ago when he was doing all that stuff, how he would get arrested and then released the next day with no charges because he wasn't there actually protesting. So
here's the thing, though. Even if you have credentials and you are press, when they give the lawful order to disperse, you're not exempt from that. You have to go too.
Yeah, because then that's where it stops being like legal speech and it becomes some sort of disruptive action.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, Joe. I was surprised they arrested all these guys. I was not expecting this level of suppression of this activity, and it's good to see.
I think they realized when it started happening in Portland again that if they didn't do something, it was going to spread, right? Yeah. And I think while it was the state police who did that, I'm pretty sure it was paid for in a grant from the United States government.
Yeah. All right. There's a lot of video this. We could go all night because there were tons of different views.
Lost Cord nails it. Put his comment on the screen from Rumble. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay. Lost Core 23 says, now this is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down, and I'd like to take a minute to sit right here and tell you how I became the prince of a town called Billy.
I was in one little riot, and my mom said...
I could watch these arrest videos all night long, if I'm honest. Here, I mean, yeah, even so, this is worth noting because it's the actual. They changed the copy link thing from the top selection to a lower one. Watch your private chat. This is good. This is exactly what the Homeland Security should be messaging. Actual arrests. Now, Joe, what do you bet? Because this is a federal facility, some of these people get federal charge.
100%.
And I get the feeling they're not going to be in the mood to just release people, especially if they traveled from out of state.
Oh, I was told that's illegal. Crossing state lines for a protest is illegal.
Yes, especially if they're trespassed on federal property. All right. Let's move on. We've got other stuff here to chat about. So not to be left out, Portland gets jealous and basically decides to do their own, thing.
Oh, shit.
So this next one is Antifa demonstrators have mobilized outside the Portland ICE facility, blocking access to the building and attacking vehicles driving by. So this is not like a vehicle pulling in or pulling out of the place. This is a vehicle that it just got kind of caught in, he's just driving
just
by.
Randomly driving by, right?
Yeah, and it's unbelievable. It's like, talk about ways to piss people off. This is where you should be able to drive through the crowd because they're threatened for their lives.
Yeah. I think at the very beginning, the one guy might have slashed the tire too.
Yeah.
If you watch the guy who walks up to the rear quarter panel of the car. Right there. Oh, I always get a picture of the license plate. Never mind. I thought he swiped down the tire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there. What did he just do right there? Did he punch the tire?
Oh, that right there. Yeah,
the
the same
handle.
guy.
He's reaching for the back handle, it looks like.
I thought he stabbed at the tire.
Can't tell. It looked like he might have popped the tire or he was trying to get in the car.
But what he definitely did was took a picture of the license plate. And so if you don't think these people don't have the resources to be able to look up who you are based on your license plate, I guarantee that they do.
In every state in the union, all you have to do is ask and pay a small fee and you get the license plate of someone. You have no expectation of privacy in your license plate.
So anyway, when and they'll go after these people. You turn, even if it's a mistake, right? Not like intentional. It's a mistake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. Tough shit. We're coming after you.
Well, let me say this. Let's just assume he was grabbing the door handle. That's a deadly force incident. I don't know that man. He does not need to get in my car. In most states, I don't know about Oregon, but in most states in the union, you can defend your car just like your home. If you were in it, not whilst you drive away.
And this is the way it was. It was the guy, the Uber driver, got off. He shot one of those guys during the Summer of Love, shot him dead because he had an AK and he pointed it at him. He was a soldier, and he pulled his gun out and he fucking popped that guy with the AK. If I remember correctly, he got off of that.
No, he did originally, but then somebody else charged him, and he was actually convicted. I believe, though, that he is still appealing that. It was ridiculous. He should have never been charged.
As soon as somebody points a gun at you, you've got a reasonable suspicion that your life is in danger. All right. So this next one is two videos before we push play here, basically, this guy is a reporter for GB News, and he comes to the Newark facility to interview Americans about people about what's happening there. GBTV has I guess you could say a British right of center point of view, but it's what you would call a mainline leftist point of view by the U.S. Figuring of this. This just goes to show you that the leftists will always eat their own.
Or what?
20 times more likely to commit sexual offences than
the Brits?
Yeah, native Brits.
The Brits that colonized the whole world, you mean? That raped and pillaged the whole world to get the power that they have?
The Brits, yeah.
Yeah, the Brits that did that.
Yeah.
And you guys have the audacity to say that the Afghans and Somalis did what?
It's not audacity, it's just a fact.
I mean, he's obviously retarded. I just want to bring up before we go any further that, this guy could make a career as a Tate lookalike.
Is it not a fact? Is it not a fact that y'all...
One has nothing to do with the other whatsoever. Right?
No, I
He's not
agree.
arguing the fact. He's arguing an entirely different fact.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Colonized the world through rape, murder, and pillaging. Right?
Hey, wait, hold up. Am I seeing something, or is that a tattoo? A teardrop.
Yeah, it's a teardrop.
Ha.
Wrong.
That was true, yeah.
All right, then. So what are you talking about?
British Empire.
So what are you talking about, then? How dare you?
Why
How dare you?
Why are you shouting?
What are you... Because you're... That's why. How dare you? You're talking facts? Let's talk facts.
Getting in my
Let's
face.
talk... So do something about it.
Do
something about it,
Brit.
Brit.
My friend. I'm here
Do something about it, Brit.
I'm here to ask questions.
How'd you get into this country? You talking about?
I'm here.
How dare you?
Why are you getting so angry?
Because you're a piece of you're a liar.
You know you're
a liar. You're a liar.
Would you like me to show you the
You're a
government
liar.
data?
Bro, I just asked you. I just asked you what did the Brits do to have the power they have? Answer that question. Answer
I didn't give him a
that
chance to
question.
answer.
Answer that question. How did the Brits get their power?
Can you stop spitting in my face?
Can you stop spitting in my face?
the entire... I fucking hate this left... The leftist, we're just going to scream at you thing. It doesn't matter what you say. He's going to find something else to scream at you about.
This is why the leftist groups always try to shout down the right-wing speakers when they show up on campus or something like this, because they do it because they're afraid of what the people who have a different point of view are going to break people out of their,
Yeah.
What was the question?
He's speaking.
Why are you shaking? Why are you getting so angry?
Because drone is going. I'm holding everything back not to break your jaw.
Well, you can do it. You would get arrested.
I don't give bro.
You get arrested.
I don't give a.
This doesn't make your argument look. This doesn't make your argument look good. Came out
I
here.
came out here to talk
for violence.
Yes.
Well, that's the left. That is the degenerate, violent left. You give facts.
Who started it?
You came all the way over.
Who
here
started
to
it?
start shit, didn't you?
Who started it?
You give facts, you give
Who
data,
started it?
and they get violent.
Hey,
This is
why
what
don't
you
you
see on the
finish
streets
it?
of Newark last night.
Started,
Go
I'm
back
gonna
to your
finish it.
country.
Started, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah,
He's as dumb as Tate, too. It's ridiculous. This guy could legitimately just... He could
this
be a
guy's
Tate
way
lookalike.
dumber than Tate. This guy's way dumber than Tate.
No.
Because, I mean, Tate's just a meathead. This guy's meathead and stupid.
I would have been like,
I'm
if
gonna let
you
that
think
pass.
you can, go ahead. I'm
Well,
sorry, I
he's
don't
British.
have that level of tolerance. Hey,
Yeah.
man, I may not look like much, but if you really think you can, son, finish it.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens.
It's not going to go well for. So this is part 2, I guess. He follows him around a little bit.
we have conversations and we talk
People's
about
lives are at stake, sir. This is life or death.
It sounds like you're an agitator.
I'm the agitator.
Yes.
Look at this. You're surrounding me. He's spitting in my face saying he's going to break my jaw.
you're standing here with
and
the camera
I'm
and
the
a
agitator.
You're standing here with a camera and a
I'm
microphone.
the bad guy.
And there's kids in there.
I'm the bad guy, yeah.
I was asking earlier.
Well, I think you're probably a nice guy, get down. And outside this, we probably
Don't
get
let
on
that
down
dude
on
get
public
behind
side.
I'm sorry, I can't
What you wanna do,
understand
bro?
you.
What you want to do? You want to kick for them? You want to kick up for them?
Oh,
Kick.
What about, sorry?
You want to kick up for them?
I think you
What
gotta
does that mean? I
go.
don't
You
know
out
what
here
that
kicking up for them?
I
What
think
is
you
kicking
gotta
up?
go.
No, I'm staying here. I'm not going to be intimidated
it's
by
okay.
violent people.
Oh, you mean like you came here with guns yesterday?
I'm not scared of
You
you.
mean
by the way.
intimidated by like motherfuckers with guns
You
yesterday?
can swear up to me and get
So why
violent.
do
I'm
you
not.
world view if you're not afraid of them?
Why would I be afraid?
Look
I'm
in the
definitely less afraid of
background.
me.
There's an
I'm a
entire
human being
crew of
here to
guys
have
in
a
that
conversation.
shirt.
Are you a
getting on
human?
that
You're
game.
not here to have a
He's
conversation.
very-
Are you a human?
Yeah.
I admit it. We're not stupid. I admit it. You need to get I'm here for all the smoke. I'm here for all the smoke. Yeah, I want it.
And then
I
I
need
don't
What's
know why
interesting-
Are we
Switchback
just gonna
is
watch-
standing there with him. But
Are we just gonna watch
What-
3 minutes of some dipshit scream at a British guy?
What's interesting is that they have not covered their face. So these guys are not your kind of like
no,
organized.
I'm gonna guarantee you these are a bunch of black Hebrew Israelites because
Oh,
that's
especially with the Africa. I don't know. That's not sweat stain on his shirt. That's an Africa, thing on his gray shirt.
no. When he sweats, it does appear in an African because he's that African.
Well, what happens? What's interesting is we know a little more about this guy. I just dropped the link here, Watcher, in the private chat. If you want to pull that up,
Sure.
it's actually a response. Yeah. Here we go. Ken D. Dunbar was booked in Essex County, New Jersey, on May 13th of 2024. View of the mugshot arrest records, charging booking details for the case below includes arrest information. Let's see. Simple assault, knowingly causing bodily. Yeah. So this guy would absolutely assault this guy just for, asking questions, right? But wait, there's more apparently. So if you go down the next one, Watcher, just underneath this picture of him with his arms crossed. But no, go back to the comments. Yeah, that one, the one with the police car. Man accused of armed robbery now faces bank robbery charges. So this is the same guy, Akin Dunbar. Guess how old this kid is? He's only 26. I thought he was like late 30s. By the way, he
late
looks.
30s, easy.
Yeah. Let's see here. June 28th, bank robbery. Allegedly handed a bank teller a note saying, "Give me all the money," and received $3,000 before he walked out.
Well, that's easy. Is he an immigrant? Because they very often will lie about their age.
Okay. So that was many years ago. So this is just this is his past. This is 13 years ago. So yeah. So we were right. He is in his late 30s. He's 39 now. Or 40. So I mean, this guy is definitely a model citizen, but also
he's a fine, upstanding young man.
Well, look, man, I have given up on pretending that there's any path here apart from taking people like that and tossing them in a meat grinder.
I mean, maybe the more ecologically sound version is just throwing them into the middle of the ocean and let them become part of the circle of life. I don't know. We could take the ground. Well, we could take the ground beef and turn that into the circle of life too.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's no.
And before you call me a racist, it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with behavior.
Yeah. It has everything to do with him being a leftist shithead agitator that's literally trying to cause a revolution in the country. Like, these people need to be liquidated. That's
Joe.
It is what it is.
Karen says his mom said he was a very good boy.
Didn't do nothing wrong.
He's such a good boy.
He's a family man.
Yeah.
Those are one of those dudes who's all buff and tough and all that stuff. And then you see him actually meet somebody who knows how to throw a punch and one hit and they drop, right?
So this is where we are right now with the Americans that we already got. Like, because let's be honest, of all those people that were doing the protests and got arrested and all that kind of stuff, none of these people are Arabs, right? None of these people are North Africans. None of these people are migrants. These are almost entirely Americans, right? They're American,
almost entirely white, affluent Americans.
Bing,
Not
bing,
even
bing,
poor
bing.
ones.
Right. And so this is where we are right now with the Americans that we have that are supposed to be here, right? Where are we going to be when those people, those animals that turned France into a fucking pit of fire over the weekend, when those people get here? Because let's be honest,
here.
They're already here. Right. They're just kind of running scared, right? They're laying low, keeping their heads down. They're running scared, right? when they're not running scared anymore because Biden 2.0 gets in office or something like that, and they all of a sudden we're gonna amnesty everybody who's here right now. We're gonna do amnesty for everybody. When that happens, it's all fucking over. So we are not safe and in the clear because Donald Trump is in office. This is something, Joe, you and I have been talking about quite a bit over the last year. Just because Trump is here doesn't mean we're all good. We're not all good. It takes more than one guy to fix this problem. It takes an entire generation to fix it. And let's be honest, most of the people in America don't have the intestinal fortitude to fix the problem.
Listen, there's a discussion going on in the chat about who can outdrink me. And Squishy, there are several witnesses to the fact that you didn't even come close. You tapped out way early, son.
I mean, shots fired, Squishy. You're gonna have to.
Oh no, Squishy will openly admit it. He decided it was better to go to bed than continue down the path he was on.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to prove yourself in July. I mean, the only way to do it is to show up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, guys.
Cervix Hammer, stop revealing my secrets, bro.
All right, that's all I got for today. Thank you, Joe. Just starting the week off. Where do you think we're heading from here?
Everyone thinks that because they went out and arrested a bunch of people Saturday, everything was off. There was rioting again last night at similar levels. So I expect them to continue and keep on going. American Dreamer, I don't know what you're talking about. I met lots of Irish, Polish, and Lithuanian people. I know what you're talking about. Anyway, there's a lot going on protest-wise. I would expect to see that. And something has got to happen in the next 6 days about Iran. With this continued state of who knows what's really going on, there's a peace treaty today and not tomorrow, and they sunk a ship and we sunk a ship and all that. That's not sustainable. We need some sort of resolution. So I'd expect either Iran to attack us or us to attack them.
Yeah, as much as we'd love to see this thing come to a peaceful end, I just don't see it happening. I appreciate the fact that Trump wants a peaceful deal. I just don't think that Iran is going to give it to him, and you're going to have to do it by hook or by crook. And ultimately, I think it's gonna be a tough one. Watcher.
Yeah, that's basically it. I'm just watching for riots. I think it's we're getting into the summer now, so
we're getting into fighting season. Lance Corporal Veteran for $5 says generational problem requires generational solutions, not short-term elect the right guy solutions. Yeah, you can't just vote your way out of this problem. You got to actually, take this up as something that you're doing within your life to help solve this problem. And nobody's calling for violence, right? I mean, we joke, we have dark jokes and things like this from time to time, but nobody's calling for violence. What we're calling for is just regular people to to take their heads out of the sand, and nobody's asking for you to dedicate your life and become a professional paid protester or anything like that. We're just asking you to become aware of of what's happening around you. And if your neighborhood is great, if you live in a small town and everybody kind of like, and you've got one of the good ones, like your town is one of the good ones. Okay, that's great. Improve your position and reach out to your friends at other communities and see how you can help. A lot of times it's just encouraging words, liking a post, watching a show, little things, right, are the way that you can get that out there. So that's what I would recommend. Let me make sure I didn't miss any more. No, I think I got everything. Okay. Watcher, you were telling us before the show about the manhole cover thing, which is pretty interesting. We didn't really talk about it today. Do you want to mention it briefly, and we'll look into it and maybe redress it?
I guess. Random men found coming out of manholes in New York City. Well, going into one manhole and coming out of another manhole 6.5 hours later in New York City with.
Let's be clear. Guards. We're talking about the ones in the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not any other manhole.
Specific. Yeah. Specific. I see what you did there, Joe. I thought a Djibouti joke was coming from that.
There was a Djibouti joke coming. I couldn't figure out how to word it in right.
Yeah, this happened in New Jersey. I mean, New York City, not in Djibouti. All right. Yeah. Surveillance footage captured 2 separate groups of men illegally entering and exiting New York City sewer manholes in Brooklyn overnight, carrying tools and gears. No arrests have been made. Yeah. So while we didn't really cover this, we will be watching this. There's got to be more to this, and it ain't good. You know, my suggestion was maybe they were doing underground copper extraction or something like that. But they're not like pulling big things out of the ground. So interesting story, but we need to dive deeper into it to see if if it's more of a local crime nexus or if it's a national security nexus.
But they didn't bring out any copper, so it's interesting. We shall see.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys for being here today. Chat, you kept it lively as always. Thank you very much. If you haven't done already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Let your friends know you're getting some good stuff. If you guys like inhabit Facebook groups and things like this, drop links to the video in those Facebook groups and let them know that they're missing out by not checking out the show. Rumble or YouTube, either one is fine. Oh, Just Me comes in at the last minute with a $9.99 super chat. I have said since 2008, the only guys who can fix the problem have to be willing to be hated by both sides because the rot runs root deep. Yeah. And like Trump is in the right neighborhood. The problem is he can't do it himself. It can't be a one-man solution. It's got to be a movement. I think that a lot of the America First MAGA kind of movement people are in the right, but it can't be ego driven. It can't be because you want to it's got to be for the right reasons. It has to be principled, right? It has to be Christian in its foundations to keep it from becoming, let's be honest, dark, because it can get very dark, as we were talking about with that IRA stuff. 100%. It's got to be founded. All right. We will be back on Wednesday. Same time, same channel. But until then, you guys stay safe.